It's lights out and we are racing in Moto3 here in Qatar. Brilliant start from pole position by Holgado. Rueda looked like he got left a little bit off the line on 99 bike. Ortola started second in P2.
Yeah, coming up the inside there is Alonso trying to make early progress. He's right on the inside there on the Bristol or the CF Moto coloured Aspar bike. He's still in around 7th or 8th position, battling it out with Kelso, who looks like he's dropped a spot.
That looked like Batelli was being pushed out the car park there, coming out of the first corner. The man who started in 5th place looks like he's lost a whole chunk of place. I think it was the number 18 bike of Batelli. It was. Started 5th, he's already down into 17th place through the first split.
Yeah, looking through the first sector, Colin Vire hasn't made much progress yet. He's still in 10th place. He would have been keen to move forward from the 4th row of the grid. So Holgado from Ortola and Rueda. Adrian Fernandez still maintains 4th position, so the top 4 where they were off the grid. The big mover is Riccardo Rossi, taking advantage of that incident involving Batelli. He's up 2 spots into 5th.
Here comes Rueda from a long, long way back. Beautiful move into turn 10. That was lovely. Clinical and clean from Rueda, picking off Ortola. He's up into 2nd place.
Yeah, there already looked like there was a little bit of a split in the group as Rueda now moves to the very front of the group into turn number 10. He was already shadowing to try and make that move on the first lap. He does take the lead now on the 2nd lap, but Holgado straight away fighting back up the inside of Rueda and regains the lead 2 corners later.
Yeah, take that. Rueda's got the inside line as Holgado ran out to the curves through the fast right-handers. Epic battle already in this first Moto3 race of the season. Rueda has it now through the high-speed turn 14. They'll flick it hard left now through 15 for the ultimate corner on this 5.3-kilometre Losail International Circuit. We're on board then now with Holgado. There he is in 2nd place, the pole man. Just trying to get the slipstream now to attack, retaliate on Rueda.
Well, one rider who looked to have unrivaled race rhythm back in testing was Rueda, so Holgado keen to ensure he doesn't get to the front of this race. Here comes Adrian Fernandez once again.
Oh, contact, big contact.
Rueda and Ortola, I think.
Rueda with a huge high side, and Ortola was also caught up in that. I'm not quite sure what instigated that one, but it's a nightmare that's taken out 2 of the big hitters here in the opening Grand Prix. I was just about to say Furusato was the man on the charge. We mentioned just previously, fastest rider in this Grand Prix so far.
No further action taken, given that one of them is out of the race and the other one is effectively out back in 24th. I think that's the right decision.
Yeah, couldn't see that as anything other than a racing instance. So yeah, quick action by the F5 MotoGP stewards. They've looked at it and declared no further action required. Back at the front then, Holgado sweeps through turn 6. You see there on the outside of 6, that's where the long lap penalty loop is. Let's hope that nobody has to filter through that at some stage in this Moto3 battle, which is already shaping up to be at the season opener we hoped it would be. There is Furusato. I mentioned him a couple of times. He's got great early pace in this Grand Prix. Started in that 18th place, looked all out of sorts throughout the weekend. Not happy with the performance of that Honda. Come race day, and he is firing on all cylinders. 7th now, Furusato finds himself. Alonso's just going to be a fraction wide there with the extra slipstream. You're just running a little bit hot, maybe half a metre offline. That was all that Holgado needed to seize the lead back. He's back at the front as they power out of turn 2.
Here's Batelli looking to recover from whatever happened to him. Looks like it was through one of those 3 right-handers. Here they are in the picture. It was a high side from Farioli, and Batelli with nowhere to go.
That was a real scary crash. Hopefully both of them are okay, Batelli and Farioli, because that was horrible. Farioli there, you can see him, he was not able to quickly get to his feet. You know these riders, they're made of stern stuff, they don't get to their feet quickly, they are injured. Furusato's progression towards the podium battle continues. Alonso did briefly get through, didn't he, on the previous lap, but he had to yield, having run wide in the first corner. Fernandez then on the Leopard Honda. That's always been a super fast motorcycle.
Here comes Furusato. Through on Fernandez now, up into the podium positions now for Furusato, and Alonso gets turn 1 all wrong. Furusato now up into 2nd.
That's a couple of times now Alonso's made a hash of that first corner. I just wonder whether he's just struggling to judge his braking markers with the slipstream behind Holgado, because inevitably you're going to rush into that first corner, harm the brakes, a lot of deceleration, even on these single-cylinder 250cc 4-strokes in Moto3. This has been a stunning first ever lap, and he now leads. He's wasting precious little time here. Picks off Holgado into turn 6. Thank you very much. 18th to 1st. Furusato leads the Qatar Grand Prix.
Well, Honda usually, its benefit is its corner speed. Oh, big moment there on the front end for Forosato as he tried to get it slowed down, and that's cost him at least 2 places. Alonso and Fernandez through, so that error cost Forosato a podium position for now. Big move for Perez on Nepa further back in those 3 triple right-handers. This time Forosato is able to get ahead of Olgado, and Alonso sees the gap and is prepared to take it. Forosato, though, bravely hanging on around the outside because he knows he's got a left-hander next.
Look at that from Olgado. Pincer movement straight between Alonso and Forosato. Forosato rubs Alonso's rear tyre. What a nail-biter this is. Classic way to kick off the new season. Oh!
That's Yamanaka.
That's Yamanaka. He lost the rear, didn't he? He's going to go all the way to the perimeter wall there. That was a scary, scary crash. Last lap underway here, 5.3 kilometres to go here in Losail. The Moto3 riders have lit up the night sky here in Doha. This is going to be a cracker. Olgado standing firm on the brakes. Forosato's not close enough. Alonso's got an awful lot of work to do on the inside of Perez. He goes in the first corner, but Alonso now down in P5.
Rossi once again with no cards to play with at the end of the main straight, so he was powerless to attack Olgado, and he lost second place to Forosato. Forosato, though, will surely be looking to attack Olgado into turn number 6.
Yeah, if Rossi's going to win this Grand Prix, he has to be second going in the final corner. That's where he's been so good. On the brakes, Alonso starting to work his way back towards the podium battle, up into 4th place, albeit briefly, because Fernandez is going to tough it out. Really, so no, Fernandez has gone down, and he collects Vicente Perez as well. That's the 3rd multiple rider incident we've seen in this Grand Prix. Rueda and Ortola early on, Bertelli and Farioli, and now late on, out of podium contention, go Fernandez. That was a real scary one as well. Back at the front we go, though. It's Olgado, unaware of all the drama unfolding behind him. This lead group now is just, 4 maybe in contention for the podium with that instant breaking up the pack. Olgado from Forosato, Rossi and Alonso look like they're going to be your victory contenders. Here's Alonso on the inside of Rossi into 10.
Yeah, Alonso might have just left this a fraction too late. That was brave from him on the outside of turn number 4. He could have easily been collected in that incident. Olgado's trying to defend this instead. Alonso now attacks Forosato.
Yeah, he senses this one. Alonso's proper up for this one. He knows he's going to attack all in here on Olgado. That was a crucial move he made there on Forosato. Had to get through on the Japanese rider.
He needs to get a good run now through turn number 15. Forosato in 3rd, looking to attack Alonso, but his best bet now is to defend that podium position. It's all coming down to turn 16. Olgado versus Alonso. 1
corner remaining of what's been a cracking start to Moto3. On the inside comes Alonso. He picks up Danny Olgado, and David Alonso surely is going to win the opening Grand Prix of 2024 in Moto3. The slipstream showdown unfolds, and David Alonso wins an absolute corker in Qatar. What a way to kick off the Moto3 World Championship.
Do you like MotoGP? Like, subscribe, and enjoy the action.